Welcome back, all you lovely rSpace fans. This episode sounds like it's going to be a happy ending. No pun intended. It's titled, Finally Free. My wife left me while pregnant with my child and got engaged to some guy while still being married to me. It was all over the internet. Her kissing the guy and stuff, pictures of him playing with my kid. I mean, this stuff cut me to the core because I never got to spend any time with my kid. I was furious for 4 years. I ballooned up to 325 pounds. I lost my job also, and I just struggled hard. I was broke paying lawyer fees. Rarely seeing my child, like it was a mess. I can remember one day I was just sobbing in my driveway by myself. I asked God to kill me. Too much of a coward to do it myself. I was stuck in despair. But after we got divorced, I prayed to God and understood why. And God was there through it all, even though I couldn't see Him, and frankly, I was blaming Him for the whole thing. On January 2nd, I repented and became truly born again. And man, it feels so much better. I actually have joy. And the best part about it is, it's not connected to this world or my kid or my wife or money, because all that was taken from me. I found joy when I had absolutely nothing, and it can't be taken away from me. I found solace in the scriptures. All that other stuff is just extra. I don't care if I ever get another wife. I know how easily you could lose it all, and if that's your whole life, you'll be like me, stuck in despair. But by the grace of God, He melted me and I repented. I realized my errors were because I was blind and I didn't know what I was doing. But Jesus paved a way for us and had pity on us through His sacrifice if we but believe. And once you believe, it's sealed up forever. All you have to do is say your sins don't profit you and hand them to Jesus on the cross. And He takes them and bears them for you. And you become a new creature. And it's that simple. You don't have to fall out, scream, or speak in tongues. You don't even have to do good deeds to maintain it. It's repent once, believe, and you are done. After that, I lost weight. It just evaporated off of me. I had energy suddenly. It was like a part of my soul came back when that judge divorced us. Everyone began commenting about how I looked. I mean, everyone who knew me. Everyone's complimenting me, saying I look good and muscular. My father told me that I'm looking taller. My hair seemed to come back. It was thinning out. I cleaned my house, dress up, wear cologne, and buy nice clothes. I actually finished projects. And I stopped blaming myself and stopped internalizing why she left. I just figured she is lost and needs Jesus. And I don't have to put that on me. I don't have to punish myself for her crimes. I did make mistakes, but she is at fault, not me. The last 4 years have been a mess and I am finally free. I didn't date or have sex that whole 4 years. I started a business right after the divorce, and it's finally profitable. It's making me a lot of money finally. I also got a sweet steal of a deal on a sports car. Like, such a sweet deal, you wouldn't believe it. Now I'm customizing it, putting red leather upholstery inside, buying rims, painting the calipers. The last 4 years, I took loss after loss, but I hung in there. I had stopped believing in God. I had no money, rarely saw my kid, and was frankly miserable. But after the divorce was over, I didn't blame God anymore. I hate it happened to me, but I built some serious mental strength, fortitude, self-confidence, and self-worth. I became a man. I realized I was toxic for even being with her. When I was a kid, my pastor used to preach about watching a caterpillar escape its cocoon. He used to say it's a pitiful thing to watch, but how if you help the caterpillar, it would never fly. The struggle builds the muscle it needs to fly. Without that struggle, it could never fly. I am out of the cocoon just waiting for my wings to dry off so I can take flight. I looked in the mirror the other day and didn't even recognize myself. I looked healthy and fit. I was 325 at my heaviest and I was smoking. I quit smoking and I shrunk down to 240. With zero effort, the weight just left all by itself. I lost my gut. I have a six-pack coming in. I'm cooking again. I used to love to hit the gym and push out 20 pull-ups. I didn't for 4 years. Now I can only do 10, but I'm getting there. So hang in there. We have one comment from the community by a switchboard friend. Sounds like you are ready for the world, but is the world ready for you? Just reading your post improved my mood to no end. The earth is a richer place today with the new you in it. Go out and grab it. And now we're shifting gears to a little bit more of a somber story. Soon-to-be ex-wife is moving away with his affair partner, and forgetting about our kids. D-Day was a year ago today. I found nudes between him and his now girlfriend in our shared email. We've been separated since. I just moved into a new place with my kids after living with my parents for so long. Divorce is still pending, and it's been hell, but that's not what this is about. Basically, after a lot of meetings between our lawyers, it's gotten to the conclusion once we are divorced, we will be selling our house. I know he's not happy about it since he had just moved his new girlfriend in there and was ready to play house. Anyways, I met her for the first time. I went over to the old house to get the last of my kids' things. I guess they wanted to tell me as a couple that I will be having full custody because they'll be moving back to my husband's hometown in March. He'll agree to whatever the child support is. It's the least he could do for me. Gee, thanks. I rolled my eyes hard because I'm supposed to be thankful that my husband is running away to another town with his 20-year-old girlfriend and he's leaving me with 2 kids, but he'll pay child support. Whatever. I kept it neutral and took the bag of things and left. I thought I'd cry or scream or do something. I just felt numb, I guess? Maybe relieved I'll never have to see him around, but I do feel bad for my kids. My son wants to see his dad, and he didn't even call for my daughter's birthday on Monday. He doesn't care, and maybe it's for the best that he's out of sight and out of mind if he's going to throw us to the side for this girl. Can't believe he turned out to be such a jerk. Let's pause here and check in with the community for a comment. From Truth Merchant. Hey OP, I have a couple of questions for Fidelity. I'm not sure what state/country you're in, and granted you seem to be headed full steam ahead towards divorce. Having said that, was his infidelity part of the divorce settlement? I only ask because in certain states, in the USA, if you are separated, you are still considered married. Intimacy with the affair partner, if not documented already, might be something your lawyer would be very interested to hear. Comment, not question. A father who ignores his daughter's birthday to spend time with his affair partner is not the type of man you want in your daughter's life anyway. That's just my opinion. Second, since he is so amicable to child support, I suggest you nuke him financially. Nuke, with extreme prejudice. Stay strong, OP. Oh, and him returning to his hometown with a woman who is not his wife and without his kids? I've lived in small southern areas where that does not go over well. We're not all white knights, but a man who forgoes his responsibilities to his family? Yeah, karma is not pleasant. Okay, unpause. Back to the story for an update. I am officially divorced as of the 25th. I guess he decided to stop keeping a stronghold on certain items and agreed to compromise so he can move on with his girlfriend. It's agreed I will get full custody while he'll pay child support. It was pretty rough hearing it and confirming that he has so little desire to be a father to our kids and is doing the bare minimum just because the court says so. I guess for me, I feel at least relieved that it's done with and I can move on fully. My son is very upset and has been asking if he did anything wrong to make his dad leave. I've done my best to assure him that he did nothing wrong and he's been the best son I could ask for. Luckily, we start family therapy next Monday, so I can get some better guidance and understand on how to help my kids moving forward. I guess this is the juicier part of the post. Like I mentioned before, my ex's girlfriend, affair partner, was from our church. Her parents also attend our church. I guess they got my phone number from someone in the community. They called me to say they're sorry for what their daughter did and got herself involved in. They're very embarrassed because they raised her better than this, and if I need anything, I can always ask them. They're also worried for her because she's so young and is moving so fast with my ex. They're already talking about marriage and having kids. She's not even legal to drink yet. I basically told them what's done is done, and I appreciated their call, as well as wishing them good luck with their daughter and my ex. Thinking about the call now is making me giggle, to be honest. My former in-laws are a different story. From social media, I can tell my ex-brother-in-law is over the moon about my ex and his girlfriend. I haven't spoken to my ex-mother-in-law or father-in-law at all. They never liked me much, and I wouldn't expect them to try to be in my kids' lives. The family is so tight-knit that it'd probably be seen like a betrayal or something probably. Anyways, that's it I guess. I don't know what's next for me as a person. I'm just looking to getting through this pandemic with my head on straight, which shouldn't be too hard if I survived this divorce that I swore would kill me months ago. If I could ask for any advice, I guess it would be for what comes next. What now? And now back to the comments. Dip USA wanted to focus in on a certain quote. My son is very upset and has been asking if he did anything wrong to make his dad leave. This is truly heartbreaking. The innocents are hurt the most. Good for you to arrange counseling for the kids. Take care. Quick Arrow adds, I have to sit down and have the talk with my 6-year-old in the next couple of weeks with her therapist as well. I'm so terrified of her internalizing it like that. That line made me tear up, OP. I feel your pain on this one. There is no easy way to have these conversations, and no way to make it easier for them. It's a tunnel that their little train just has to chug through, but we can help with the hugs, cuddles, and as many reassurances as we can possibly give them. Eventually, they will come through on the other side into the sunlight. Or starlight. Scrotoctus says, as a son who was really lucky to have a dad that was always there for me, just imagining being at that age and having him walk away is making me tear up as an allegedly grown-ass man. Losing your spouse is insanely hard, but at least you can understand that you are both adults and you can't force someone to make good choices. But being a father is supposed to be intrinsically human, instinctive and natural. As a child, you can't even put into words that sense of overwhelming absence and the fear and anger that circle that absence like a rabid wolf pack trying to prevent more injury. It's infuriating that a father would put their child through this hellish psychological and emotional obstacle course, and his only motivation being, I want to do what I want with who I want, whenever I want. I know many, many young men and women have dealt with similar situations, but in each one, it's an outage. I would also say it's an outrage. How do you explain to your child that their dad couldn't figure out how to grow up and that they bear no responsibility? How do you put them in a situation where they are forced to surpass you with no guidance or support from you? All I can say is that from what I can imagine, being a parent through all of this must be so heartbreaking. I'm really proud of OP for all she's doing. I just really wish I could hug that kid and tell him, you're a great kid and you will grow into a good man. And sometimes people are just so hurt inside that they cannot even see their own pain. And there is nothing you or anyone else can do to compel that kind of change in a person. You made no mistakes, and you are perfect just how you are. The world is full of love, but sometimes it doesn't always come from the people who we want it from most.